We have our auction starting on Wednesday, the 26th of February. So we're going to talk about some of the highlights that we have coming up for sale.
We are indeed. And shall we start with the old masters first? Well, the Il Sassoferrato, the portrait of Madonna.
Yeah, that's very much in his style of these beautiful Virgin Marys and sometimes the Holy Family as well.
Sure,
And
sure.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
And we have that interesting seal on the back of the painting, which is like a coat of arms on the back. So it's come from a collection somewhere. We haven't actually been able to trace the coat of arms, but there's obviously some good provenance behind it there, isn't there?
And then more recently, it's also been an interesting collection. Was it James
Lee Milne, yes, who was an architectural historian and worked for the National Trust from the 1930s up to the 60s, I believe.
Yeah, and he was a real country house expert, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, that's a good background, good historical background for us as well.
Yeah.
And then we have the 3 Edmund Blampied oil paintings, and then there's a watercolor as well, which we've talked about before.
I love those.
Those are great, and we've had quite a bit of interest in those already, haven't we?
Yes, we have. He's the foremost artist to have come out of Jersey, I think.
Yeah.
So that has generated a lot of interest, I think, from our Jersey clients.
Yes, and you know, each of those they're in the sale at £3,000 to £5,000, and we have I love the watercolor. I must admit, with the potato peeler, it's so atmospheric of the time and the place, isn't it?
And I think what's lovely about those is the colours that he's used. It's all very sort of light pastel colours, exactly, and lovely loose brush strokes, especially the surf riders.
Yes.
When you look at the sea, the sort of
it's a very energetic painting,
isn't
it?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. And the other two, the wracking and the seaweed gathering, it's a little bit like the potato peelers. It's that little place in history and time, and placed geographically as well of what they did at the time. Really good paintings.
Yeah, they're very, very special collection. And again, back to provenance, they have lovely provenance.
Yep.
Purchased directly from the artist by
the governor's wife. Some of them were purchased, I think, and some of them were actually given to her by the artist. So
very lovely.
Really good provenance. Yeah. And then we've got one of the bigger paintings in the sale is the Edward Seago.
Yes, the Norfolk artist.
Norfolk scene. Quite loose brushwork again on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, and it sort of depicts the sort of big open skies and the landscapes, the huge landscapes that you have in Norfolk, and that's what he's famous for.
So he had an illness that prevented him from actually fighting in the war, but he did want to participate, as it were, and he actually took on the camouflage design during the Second World War. And then from that, he went back to his art. He was doing a bit of art during the war, and his popularity after the war was just extraordinary, wasn't it? I mean, people were queuing around the block when his exhibitions were on to buy his paintings.
And he's still very popular today.
Yeah. Hence the estimate of £10,000 to £15,000. And then another popular artist is David Shepherd. And we have a painting of bull elephants, haven't we?
That's right.
Nice little one.
That's right. And that, I mean, if you want a David Shepherd, that is probably the best subject, isn't it? The bull elephants, that's 100% what he's famous for. He used to go out to Africa and photograph and really, you know, get a real feeling of what it was like to be that close up to those beautiful animals.
Yeah, and all sorts of different African wildlife they used to paint, but it's those bull elephants that everyone's after, isn't it?
That's the top one.
Yeah. So for a very small painting, it's only about that kind of size, and you know, we've got £3,000 to £5,000 on that, and we're hoping it should do quite well, shouldn't it?
And the detail is incredible, and you really get a sense, don't you, of the elephant charging towards you.
Yeah. And then a little bit left field, the Patrick Hughes.
Oh yes, our Patrick Hughes, our reverspective painting.
Yep, that we keep walking past and playing with as we walk past it. I mean, it's you know, one of those 3D pictures which again we've talked about before, but you know how the play, the perspective, and the art that he depicts in that painting also playing with perspective. So it's two layers
on a double meanings, and it's called Pop, and it was executed in 2008, and he's also a pop artist, but again, the images depicted in the galleries, so-called gallery, are also pop artists.
Yes.
So lots of and I do, you know, it's up on view in our gallery, and it captures everyone's attention that walks in. Everyone has to have a little play with it, and sort of
Yeah, I mean, it gives us hours of entertainment, that picture, doesn't it? So that's going to be in the sale at £3,000 to £5,000.
So the catalogue's available to view on our website prior to the sale. The gallery will also be open for live viewing on Monday and Tuesday.
Indeed.
And please, if you need any more information, don't hesitate to ask.
Absolutely, yeah. We look forward to hearing your inquiries, and hope to see you for the viewing.